What are quality standards?
Quality standards are defined as documents that provide requirements, specifications, guidelines, or characteristics that can be used constantly to ensure that materials, products, processes, and services are fit for their purpose.
This is Mr. Smith. He is the Quality Director at Top Process. Mr. Smith is in charge to ensure that all products meet the quality standards of Top Process's customers. Mr. Smith likes innovative ideas. He uses an effective quality assurance system. This helps him improve the production quality. Now he really deserves to enjoy a comfortable life. But unfortunately, it is not always that easy. Top Process has to count on premium supplier goods. That's why Mr. Smith has a separate team, the IQC team of his incoming quality control department. Its only job is to make sure all incoming goods meet Top Process's high-quality standards. Mr. Miller is the manager of Pure SureClean, and he is one of Top Process's premium suppliers. Mr. Smith insists on special shipping documents, which are called Certificates of Analysis, or COA for short. Top Process's IQC team uses this information to verify: does Top Process really get what they ordered? Are the supplier goods compliant with existing agreements? Do the delivered goods meet the quality standards? Do the parts come from qualified plants? This is Mr. Brown. He is not satisfied. He just received goods from Top Process causing failures. Therefore, he had to stop his sales of Top Process laptops, which led to a delay in his delivery schedule and unhappy customers. He now asks for the reason and when could he expect a replacement. Mr. Smith apologizes and promises prompt replacement. After intensive research at Top Process, it turns out a defective supply part from Pure SureClean slipped through Top Process's strict quality controls. So, one of the IQC team members takes up the challenge and asks himself, is there a better way to do this job? Okay, for Top Process, an electronic paperless approach would be a solution. But Mr. Smith wants more. He is looking for an efficient business solution that could help them further increase their lead on the market. At Camline, we are developing a quality management system for supply chains. With Camline's LineWorks suite, we are determined to help Mr. Smith with an efficient business solution to increase his lead on the market. Before shipment, the suppliers share quality data online using electronic COAs, and operations are managed by interactive approvals. Mr. Smith can reduce the efforts of his incoming quality control team. For trusted suppliers, he can even skip these checks. Now, the suppliers issue perfect custom-made eCOAs. Mr. Smith gets analyses on hand, quality data of manufacturing. How are they correlated with suppliers' quality? The modern system increases the quality from the suppliers. It aligns them with KPIs, and the reports allow benchmarking. Last but not least, all the right information will be collected, which also allows to reduce approval times for new supply chains. Mr. Brown is looking for more information about eCOAs. He wants to install Camline's solution for his own supply chains as soon as possible.
ISO 9000 family. In 1987, ISO publishes its first quality management standard. Standards in the ISO 9000 family have gone on to become some of the most well-known and best-selling standards.
What is ISO 9000? ISO 9000 is a set of standards that establishes the guidelines to achieve a certain quality of the final product or service, but also a correct and efficient management system.
ISO 9000 contains the guidelines to be followed to achieve the quality objectives established in each case, as well as the tools to be implemented to achieve them, the determination of distribution deadlines, and the requirements for certification in the ISO 9001 standard.
Why ISO 9001? ISO 9001 set out the criteria for a quality management system and is the only star in the family that can be certificated too, although this is not a requirement. In fact, there are over 1 million companies and organizations in over 170 countries certificated to ISO 9001.
This standard is based on a number of quality management principles, including a strong customer focus, the motivation and implication of top management, the process approach, and continual improvement.
How does ISO help organizations? Using ISO 9001 helps ensure that customers get consistent, good quality products and services, which in turn brings many business benefits. For the global economy, businesses and organizations complying to quality standards help products, services, and personnel cross borders, and also ensures that products manufactured in one country can be sold and used in another.
Some of the benefits to the market are: first, the improvement of the image of the products and/or services offered to favor its development and consolidate its position, and secondly, gain market share and access to foreign markets thanks to the trust generated among customers and consumers. And some of the customer benefits are: first, the increase of customer satisfaction to eliminate multiple audits, and the access to concerted quality agreements with customers.
Benefits for management of the company. Number 1. Serve as a means to maintain and improve the effectiveness of the quality management system by highlighting points for improvement. Second, to cement the foundation of quality management and stimulate the company to enter into a process of continuous improvement. And finally, increase staff motivation and participation, as well as improve resource management.
The 7 quality management principles include the following as described by the ISO. The first one is customer focus. Quality management primarily focuses on meeting customer requirements and striving to exceed customer expectations. The second one is leadership, helping leaders to establish unit of purpose and direction at all levels and to create conditions to engage members of the organization in achieving the organization's quality objectives.
Engagement of people, which obtains and maintains at all levels throughout the organization competent, empowered, and engaged people to enhance the organization's capability to create and deliver value. Process approach, which delivers consistent and predictable results through the use of effective and efficient activities that are understood and managed as interrelated processes that function as a coherent system.
Improvement. Maintaining an ongoing organization-wide focus on improvement. Evidence-based decision-making. Using the analysis and evaluation of data and information in the decision-making process to produce desired results.
Relationship management. Managing the organization's relationships with related parties such as partners or vendors for sustained success.
Process of certification for the ISO 9000.
Step 1. Diagnosis and planning. The first step is to perform a diagnosis to note what is the degree of compliance that the organization has with the requirements of the ISO 9001-2015. From the then draw a work plan, which details the activities with their deadlines are responsible to be carried out throughout the project. Step 2. Design of the QMS. At this stage, the key elements of the quality management system are defined and the documentary support of the system is established.
Step 3. QMS implementation. As the QMS in design methodologies and records are implementing error process and functional areas within the defined scope. Step 4. Internal audit. After the QMS has been implemented in the organization, the internal audit of the entire QMS will be conducted with the objective of determining whether the quality management system meets the requirements of ISO 9001-2015 and is consistently applied throughout the process involved.
Step 5. Certification. Once it has been verified that the QMS meets the requirements of ISO 9001-2015 and it's operational in the organization, the organization contacts some certification body to start with the certification process. After achieving ISO 9001 certification, it's necessary to maintain it. This certificate can be used to show the public and generate positive publicity, as it brings awareness of the quality of your product and or services.
Now I'm going to explain a brief example of the ISO 9000 standards in Coca-Cola Company. Quality and food safety are an integral part of Coca-Cola's heritage and true reflection of its motto, perfect product, trusted everywhere. For this reason, the implementation of processes that guarantee the quality and food safety of its beverages has been one of the main priorities of the company and its bottles. In this line of action, Coca-Cola has implemented a quality management system in accordance with the requirements of the International ISO 9000 standard and ISO 9001 standard, which enables it to demonstrate its ability to provide products that fully meet the requirements of its customers and the corresponding regulations.
Hi everybody, my name is Piso, and today we're going to talk about ISO 9000 and total quality. What is total quality? As a review, total quality is the overall description of the culture, attitude, and organization of the company that provides customers with a product that satisfies their needs. In other words, if customers like your product, it has total quality. Now let's go to ISO 9000. But before we go into that, what exactly is ISO 9000? Is it a camera thingy-mabob? Is it a piso without a P? Well, it's a bit complicated to explain, but let's start things off by talking about standards. Standards have an essential role in our everyday lives. Without standards, quality and safety would be non-existent. Standards basically make processes more efficient and conducting businesses with different firms and people possible. To promote worldwide standardization, the International Organization of Standardization, or ISO, created standards that transcend different cultures and industries. In 1987, ISO adopted ISO 9000 as the golden standard for quality. Here's a short background. ISO 9000 originated from the UK and focused strictly on procedures. As time went by, revisions were made on quality assurance and process management. As of December 31, 2006, ISO has developed 16,455 international standards in 9 sectors based on the International Classification for Standards, or ICS. These sectors include generalities, infrastructures and science, health, safety and environment, engineering, electronics, transport, agriculture, materials, construction, special technologies, and many others. ISO 9000 is built on 8 quality management principles. You can remember it by saying this short acronym. CLIPSCFM. CLIPSCFM means customer focus, leadership, involvement of people, process approach, system approach to management, continual improvement, factual approach to decision making, mutually beneficial supplier relationships. CLIPSCFM. These principles are used by leaders to guide organizations toward improved performance. The main reason why ISO exists is that it provides a uniform set of standards. This allows it to be compatible with different inputs and applications from businesses from all over the globe. Organizations with an ISO 9000 certification can better sell its products or services to its consumers. The beauty of ISO is that it is objective. An independent organization, called a registrar, measures the company against the ISO 9000 standard that is accepted globally as the defining set of quality management system requirements. This independent evaluation assures existing and respective customers that an effective quality management system is in place.